Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pellissippi State's webinar on adult learners. And we're just going to wait a minute, let a few more people log in. But we're so excited you guys are joining us. All right, again, good evening, everybody. My name is Sarah Davis. I'm the manager of the recruitment team here at Pellissippi State. And tonight I have joining me Connie Miller, who's one of our Enrollment Services coordinators. And we also have joining us Lori Leslie, one of our Tennessee Reconnect navigators. So we are so excited you guys are joining us. A few housekeeping items. We're going to take questions at the end. So please submit your questions through the Q&A box. We're going to try to get to as many questions as we can, but if we're not able to get to your questions, please do not submit your questions anonymously so we can get back to you later on if we need to. And we will be recording this webinar. All right, you guys, I'm going to turn it over to Connie Miller and she's going to get us started.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to our webinar tonight. We're just going to share some information on Pellissippi that hopefully encourages you to know that Pellissippi is the right choice for you and to make your enrollment process a little more simple. So we're going to start with just a short video, a little bit about Pellissippi.
Welcome to Pellissippi State Community College. We're glad you're here. At Pellissippi State, we help you start strong, stay strong, and finish strong in your educational journey. We offer a personalized approach that meets you where you are and helps you determine where you want to go. Whether it's transferring into a four-year institution or transitioning into the workforce after earning your degree, Pellissippi State faculty and staff are with you every step of the way. You may not realize it, but Pellissippi State is the largest community college in the state, and yet we still feel like a small school. Students take classes at the Blount County, Hardin Valley, Magnolia Avenue, or Strawberry Plains campuses, or online from the comfort and convenience of their own home. Of course, your experiences don't end at the classroom door. If you like to explore other cultures, we have study abroad opportunities across the globe. For those with an interest in the arts, we have an art series with music and theater performances, as well as visual art exhibits. Whatever your interest, at Pellissippi State, will help you start strong, stay strong, and finish strong. Welcome to Pellissippi.
Sorry, we don't need to see it again. I apologize. So there's a lot of good reasons to choose Pellissippi State. One of a very great reason is free tuition. So for our adult learners, we have Tennessee Reconnect. For our graduating high school students, we have Tennessee Promise. So the value is fantastic. And even if a student had to pay for their courses, our tuition is the lowest in the state for community colleges. Also, our academics are fantastic. So our credits are going to transfer nice and smooth to the four-year institutions, and you're getting the best professors, and their sole purpose is student success. So that right there is something that really helps our students to come out with a great foundation for whatever their next steps are. We have 4 convenient locations, 3 in the Knoxville area, 1 out in Blount County. Our classroom size is about 22 students per classroom, so it keeps it nice and small so you can learn to interact with your professors, get involved in study groups, all the things that can help you to do well in your courses. Also, in our Associates of Applied Science degrees, those are our career programs. There's internship opportunities to where you can start working in the field the last semester of your program so that you're getting some hands-on experience, but it gives an employer an opportunity to see you as an employee and you to see that company to see if that's someplace that you might be interested in working at. Now, in this slide, we compare ourselves to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, because it's the closest four-year institution to us. So this was the tuition for Pellissippi State this fall that just passed. And this is UT's tuition, the University of Tennessee, Knoxville's tuition for the fall that just passed. Now, that doesn't cover any housing, any food, meal plans, anything like that. That is just tuition. So a student starting at Pellissippi State using either their Tennessee Promise or Tennessee Reconnect can avoid that tuition for the time that they're at Pellissippi for our Tennessee Promise students for 5 semesters, and for our Tennessee Reconnect up until they graduate with their associate's degree or an Associates of Applied Science. So you can save a lot of money and then transfer those credits on to the four-year institution, finishing your first 2 years of college for free at our institution. So it can really save you some money. At Pellissippi State, we have a lot of great different types of programs. So we have what are called our career programs. Those are 2-year programs designed to enter the workforce when you're done. They're an Associates of Applied Science degree. Then we have our transfer pathways, which are designed to transfer on to a 4-year institution to get your bachelor's degree. These programs are kind of completely opposite. So our career programs, you spend about 75% of your time at Pellissippi State in courses that are the meat of your major. So if you're in an accounting career program, you're going to be taking about 75% of the time all accounting classes. The other 25% of the time is going to be some academic courses that are important, public speaking, English, just some things to help you to do well on job interviews and do well in the field. And then our transfer pathways are completely opposite. So you're going to spend about 75% of your time at Pellissippi in academic courses, and then about 25% of the time in the meat of your major. So in those accounting type courses, if that was your major. So what we did at Pellissippi, our faculty got together and the president, the vice president got together and they thought, how can we make the student experience better? How can we help our students to be stronger and be more successful at Pellissippi State? So this fall, they started what are called our career communities. And the career communities are really beneficial to our students because they have a success coach, an advising specialist, and an academic mentor. So they have clustered liked majors into 8 career communities to assist our students with everything they can to help them to be so successful while they're at Pellissippi State, and to have that foundation for when they move on to their next step in life, whether it be to another college or out into the workforce. So it lists the 8 here. Now I'm going to go to the first slide, which is business. And I just want to explain a little bit about this. And I won't go into each slide with each major, but I kind of want you to have an understanding of the difference. So the majors that are written in white, those are our Associates of Applied Science degrees. So those are the career programs, real heavy on the skills you're going to use out in the workforce. Like up there, it says our business entrepreneurship, hospitality, management, culinary arts, those type of things. The ones in the yellow are Associates of Arts or Associates of Science, Associates of Fine Arts, or an Associates of Science in Teaching. So those are designed to continue on to the 4-year institution to earn a bachelor's degree. And then the ones in the blue writing, those can be either. So they can be a career program or a transfer pathway. So as we flip through these next few slides, I just want you to look and see if there's something that interests you, a major that you didn't realize was available, just kind of, I think you'll find that we have something to offer that you would be interested in. So we've got our creative and media arts, education, exploratory, our health and sciences. We do have our own nursing school. It is an RN program. We're quite proud of it. It's very highly ranked. Language and communication, our social sciences, and technology, engineering, and math. So as you can see, there's a wide variety of everything. I think there's a little something for everyone here at Pellissippi State. We also have certificates. So students can come and do a certificate at Pellissippi State. They're short and they're sweet. A really popular one is the medical insurance coding and reimbursement. But some of our career programs have certificates built right in. So our health management, it does have the medical insurance coding and reimbursement built right into the program. So the student would get that certificate, and at the end, they would get their Associates of Applied Science in that field. So it's really nice to know that you can also be earning a certificate along with your degree. But if you just want to come for a certificate, we have quite a few certificates that you can receive financial aid. Not all, but a mass majority of them you can. What's a cohort? Well, I think a cohort is a really great thing because that's a group of students working together toward completion of a degree. So we have our welding, which is an Associates of Applied Science, and our water quality technology, which is an Associates of Applied Science. So basically, most of the time you have the same people in the same classes with you. So you're all working together, but separately to get the same degree. And I think it really is beneficial because you can really get in good study groups. You can learn to get more familiar with your class and communicate, and you learn a lot from each other. So sometimes somebody may share something that you didn't pick up on, in the last class. So it can be really beneficial. So cohorts are a great thing, and our welding and our water quality technology are fantastic programs. We have a lot of resources at Pellissippi State. Resources are very essential in being successful at college. So like I said, we have advising specialists. So in your career community, you're going to have somebody who exceeds expectations in that advising area in that career community. So they are going to be very familiar and really be able to give you the best information on the course of study. Counseling services, we have academic, personal, and professional. So they can help you with career exploration if you're not sure what you'd like to do. They have assessments you can take to see what you might be good at, what you might enjoy. They have study skills, time management, note-taking skills. I mean, all kinds of things that can help you really to be successful in college, plus best places to study, ways to relieve stress. So they are there for you and available. You just make an appointment and they'll be able to assist you with your needs academically, personally, and professionally. So we also have a disability services office. So if there's accommodations that are needed, Pellissippi tries to do their best to make sure you get the accommodations that are going to help you to succeed in college. Free tutoring. When I started college, I spent a lot of time in the tutoring center. Math was my weakness, so I was in there quite a bit, and they really helped me to do well in my math course. So free tutoring is so important, and we have that online and on campus. We also have our own pantry, so if ever a student has any food insecurities, Pellissippi State can help with that. And we have our own garden, so we can help our students with fresh vegetables. Student care and advocacy can help with other items. Things that may arise that can affect the student being able to be successful in school. Our TRIO program, veteran services. So we have a little bit of everything to help our students. So don't be shy to ask us if you need something. That's what these resources are there for. And we want to make sure that you get access to those if you need those things. Stay strong. So at the bottom, you can see it says start strong, stay strong, and finish strong. So enrollment services coordinators like myself, we help you to get started strong. So we want to make the enrollment process easy. We want to make sure that you're prepared, you're ready when school starts. And then we have our stay strong area. They want to make sure you're successful throughout the whole semester, each semester. So they have success coaching. They are the ones who do our new student orientation. They do mentoring for our students, academic planning. So they're going to be there to help you throughout each and every semester to make sure that you have what you need, and that if you're not sure of resources, that they can help make sure that you are provided those resources. So that's a great office to be in contact with and to get to know. Financial aid, well, Pellissippi, our students either come to us using the Tennessee Promise. We have a lot of in-house scholarships through our foundation office. Students use Tennessee Reconnect, and all of our students do the FAFSA to see if they can receive any federal aid. So the majority of our students attend debt-free. That's one of the best things about Pellissippi State. Now I'm going to turn it over to Lori Leslie, and she's going to talk to you about Tennessee Reconnect.
Thank you, Connie. So let's talk a little bit about Tennessee Reconnect. There can be a lot of information. Let's break it down on the eligibility requirements and what Tennessee Reconnect actually is. So when you hear Tennessee Reconnect, think free tuition. That's going to be that last dollar grant that covers tuition and mandatory fees as long as you're meeting those eligibility requirements. And you may be wondering, what are those eligibility requirements? So the eligibility requirements are going to be, you must be a U.S. citizen or an eligible non-citizen. You need to be a Tennessee resident. You need to be 23 or older or qualify as independent on the FAFSA. And you cannot already hold an associate's or a bachelor's degree. And one other thing that's not on the slide, you can't be in default on a student loan or owe a balance to a school. Now, that can be a lot of information, but I'm going to tell you how we can help you with that information here in just a second. It's also important to know that if you meet those eligibility requirements and receive that free tuition, you have to maintain eligibility requirements. So in order to maintain eligibility, you must enroll in at least 6 credit hours, fall and spring continuously with a 2.0 or higher. And it has to be 6 credit hours in your program of study. So just think, it's go fall, spring, fall, spring, fall, spring until I graduate with a 2.0 or higher. So when you hear Tennessee Reconnect, like I said, that's going to be that free tuition piece. You got to maintain those eligibility requirements, meet those eligibility requirements. Part of that is that FAFSA, that free application for federal student aid. And for Pellissippi, those FAFSA filing deadlines, as you can see on this slide, for fall, that's going to be September 1. For spring, it's March 1. And for summer, it's May 1. Now, the next slide, if I can show you that, because it can be really overwhelming. Like, I don't know how to remember all this. This feels like a lot of steps and a lot of layers. You also want to make sure you enroll at Pellissippi and apply, but you don't have to go it alone. So this next slide we're going to show you, this is going to connect you to a navigator. Now, Navigate Reconnect is another moving piece of Tennessee Reconnect. We are the free college counseling and support piece. So I'm a navigator. When you work with a navigator is going to help you from the beginning and hang out with you all the way until you graduate. So you don't have to go it alone. We help with college admissions, financial aid, and then offer that support throughout your program. So you may be thinking, I'm not really even sure where to start. You don't have to know anything. All you need to do is connect with a navigator, and we're going to help you with all those next steps. I have a lot of students, because of the county that I work in, which is Knox and Blount, that go to Pellissippi. Pellissippi has a lot of great resources, so many great resources for you. And we want to help you along the way and support you along the way. So if you have any questions, Connie, if you could skip to that next slide, you can pull out your phone and pull out your camera, and it will show the QR code to connect you with a navigator. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to complete it. It's an interest form saying, hey, I'm interested in Tennessee Reconnect, and we can connect you with all the next steps, all things Pellissippi, questions that you may have. So feel free to reach out anytime, and we're glad to help with anything and answer any questions you may have.
Hey, Connie, I think you're muted.
Thank you. Thank you, Lori. And thank you, Sarah. So Lori talked a lot about Tennessee Reconnect. There's also Tennessee Promise, which is for our graduating high school students. And they can use their Tennessee Promise for 2 years or 5 semesters. They do have to attend 12 hours each semester. But they do need to do a FAFSA, but that's a wonderful program too. And I know that our schools make sure that students fill out that Tennessee Promise application at the beginning of their senior year. But it is important for them to do the FAFSA and to attend some meetings and also do 8 hours of community service before July 1st. So if you are a Tennessee Promise student listening, make sure that you're doing the things you need to follow the Tennessee Promise requirements also. So the picture you're seeing now is our computer lab at the Hardin Valley campus. So those computers are all there for student use. So at all of our campuses, we have a computer lab. At the site campuses, the computer lab is just a little smaller because the population at the site campuses is a little smaller. But we have computers here for you to use at the school. So if you don't have a computer, don't worry about that. You're going to have access to the computer labs, but also our library services can help you with some resources, some technology resources also. So it's always good to check into those too. Sales, student engagement and leadership, they do all kinds of amazing things at our school. So we have over 23 clubs. We have a fencing club, outdoor club, a photography club, debate club, all kinds of clubs for our students to get involved with. They do all kinds of fun stuff, spring fling, fall festival, but they also offer all kinds of leadership options. So they're great, they're fun, but they do a lot of great things that our students, that can help benefit our students, Student Government Association, civic engagement. So sales, student engagement and leadership is a great thing to have on campus and something you might want to get involved with. Student recreation. So now this is some of the recreation items we have. We have a great disc golf team, but this fall we started athletics, so junior college athletics. So this fall we started men's and women's soccer, women's volleyball, men's golf, half marathon and cross country. But this coming fall we're starting men's and women's basketball, baseball and softball. So if you like to play sports, you can go on our website under athletics, and under athletics you'll see recruit me. You can fill out a form and try out for one of our teams. So that would be great. I talked about us having our own garden and pantry. So we have students who come up into the garden and do a lot of service work, to help to keep it going. And then we provide those fresh vegetables for our students throughout the spring and summer. The arts at Pellissippi are fantastic. So we have a variations group. We have a bluegrass band. Our students do all kinds of performances. We invite the community and the students to come and enjoy. So if you're interested in that, please get involved. Our variations group over spring break went to Ireland, and the bluegrass band went with them. So there's all kinds of opportunities at Pellissippi. And that's rolling us right into study abroad. So TENSAS is housed at our Hardin Valley campus. So our students in the month of May and June go all kinds of places, Greece, France, Ireland, Italy, Spain, they take 2 and 3 weeks. They go over to that country. They enjoy the food, the culture, the music, while they're taking a 3-hour college course. Texas has a scholarship that pays up to 45% of a European trip. So it can really make it affordable for our students. And what better time than now? So that's something that you can do while you're at Pellissippi State, maybe at the end of your sophomore and freshman year here with us. Where do I start? Well, that is the most important thing, is to know the steps. So right here is our steps for enrolling, and we break it down really nice and easy. So if you've not got these steps, we can always, you can email us. We'd be more than glad to send them out to you, but we'd be more than glad to assist you throughout these steps. So you want to apply. Application is free on our website. We do need your official high school transcript and any college transcripts from institutions that you've attended. We want you to log into your My Pellissippi account. You usually get your login information about 3 days after you apply. It's a welcome email that comes to your personal email. And if you don't have ACT scores within the last 5 years, we have an entrance exam you can take at Pellissippi that's not timed and it's free. We definitely want you all to apply for financial aid. After we've gotten your scores in, your high school transcripts, any college transcripts, then you're going to make an advising appointment to meet with an advisor who will assist you with registering for your classes for that semester. And then it's always good to attend your new student orientation, because it's a requirement, but it helps you to get familiar with that campus, the campus you're going to be attending. And then you confirm attendance, and if you have a balance, you pay it then. So I know that I make them sound easier than they are, but that's what we're here for, is to help you with all those steps. So don't be shy to reach out to us. Right here, you'll see email for Start Strong, a text that you can text us at. We have a chat line that you can chat on. And then we have, you can just call our 865-694-6400 number, and we can assist you there too. So at Pellissippi, we want you to start strong, stay strong, and finish strong. Now we'll go ahead and take questions.
Okay, yes, and we do have a question, but I want to just remind everybody, please put your questions in the Q&A box. But we do have a question about transferring credits. So yes, specifically, yes, we do have articulation agreements with Maryville College and Johnson College. So you can transfer your credits to almost any of those four-year universities. The Tennessee Transfer Pathways is what we follow at Pellissippi, and they do apply to all the public four-year institutions, but we also have articulation agreements with almost all those private four-year colleges as well, at least in this area. Carson Newman, LMU, Tennessee Wesleyan, King University, Maryville College. So the list goes on, and you can get those on our website. Let me see if there's any other questions. Hang on. Let's wait one more second. All right, well, we don't have any other questions for now, but please do not hesitate to reach out to us. If you do have any questions, we would love to help you through this process. And thank you again for joining